Okay, I'd like to thank you guys for coming to my presentation today, joining me via Skype. Do you guys want to say hi for my class? Perfect. Okay, so we're going to proceed with the presentation. It will be between 10 and 15 minutes, and if you could hold your questions or any comments to the end, that'd be wonderful. I want you all to close your eyes and think about the most troublesome problem in our world today. What is the most important problem to you that plagues our world? Is it world hunger? Is it healthcare? Job security? The government? National security? I want you all to think about those problems. And now while you're thinking about those, what would you give for that problem to be solved? Can you think of a world where that problem no longer existed? Nor was it plaguing our society today? I can tell you that each of those problems that you guys are thinking of are rooted in the failure in our education system here in the United States. And I am projecting, and I suggest that if we participate in an education reform, that we will become a better people. And here's why. I'd like to begin by telling you a story about two friends, Emily and Jane. Emily and Jane did everything together. They went shopping together, they took all the same classes, and they were both accepted into BYU, Idaho. And upon their acceptance, they both decided that they would become communication majors. There was one major difference, however, between Emily and Jane. Emily was a deep learner. She sought to really understand and immerse herself in the material. She was able to take it upon herself to understand everything that her teachers were telling her. She visited the tutoring center. She studied very well immediately after class to keep her retention levels high. And she visited her instructor during office hours. In turn, Emily was awarded with a 4.0 GPA throughout her entire 4 years at BYU, Idaho. Jane, on the other hand, although just as smart as Emily, was able to pull off a 4.0, but in a very different way. Jane decided that she would manipulate the grading system by getting to know the teacher as well as she could, and only doing the bare minimum to ensure that she got her perfect score at the end of the class. Now, who are you? Think about this. Are you an Emily? Do you strive to understand the material, or are you a Jane? Do you manipulate the grading system to only get the good grade? Now fast forward 4 years and it's graduation. Emily and Jane, as I said before, are both graduating with high honors and with a perfect 4.0 GPA. They couldn't be happier. And as Emily walks across that stage, she feels satisfaction in a job well done and is ready to enter the workforce. Now Jane, on the other hand, when she receives her diploma, that piece of paper in her hands, that is the only thing that she's taking away from BYU, Idaho. She's not taking any knowledge with her, for she didn't learn anything in any of her classes. Fast forward another 10 years, and we see Emily is now the public relations head director at a thriving company. Her annual salary is through the roof, as well as her job satisfaction. Now, Emily was able to take everything that she learned and apply it into the workforce, whereas her friend, Jane, is now unemployed and very, very disappointed in her work because although she had a very intelligent resume and although she looked really great on paper, she couldn't perform when it came down to it. Now, let me ask, who will you be? Who have you been in the past? Have you been an Emily or have you been a Jane? Our grading system teaches us to teach to the test, to learn to the test, so that we only understand and comprehend answers that will give us the good grade in the end. Here are a few startling statistics. There are over 55 million children in the United States alone enrolled in preschool through senior year, 12th grade. That's a lot of kids, and the average student to teacher ratio is 1 to 27. I don't know about you, but that is a huge ratio, 1 teacher for 27 students. So it's no wonder that the grading system teaches us that we must teach to the test. But I contend that we need to make a change, that we need to make a difference. Now I'd like you to join me in watching this short clip from the 2010 movie Waiting for Superman. As the video said, the United States was once a pioneer in formal education, but now we've really fallen behind. We need to make the change, and here's how. Education reform starts with me. But not only me, it starts with you, and each and every single one of you. We have to become Janes. We have to we have to become Emily's, not Jane's. We have to change the way we view education and start to really reap the benefits of becoming a deeper learner. We can't afford to wait. Education reform starts now. Now, as a parting thought, I'd like you all to close your eyes again and think about, in a couple years from now, you need to go to the doctor and you need a major surgery for something. Now, you go to the doctor and you have two choices. You have a doctor who got straight A's in medical school, and you have a doctor who may not have gotten straight A's in medical school but has a lot more knowledge than the one who got straight A's in medical school, because the one who got straight A's cut a lot of corners and cheated his way in order to get his doctorate. Now, which one do you want? Now, obviously, the logical answer is that we want the doctor who's going to be able to provide the best care. And it's a no-brainer. So why are we selling ourselves short as future leaders, as future parents, as future neighbors, as future citizens of the United States? How are we going to expect others to have a deep learning experience and not partake in that change ourselves? Once again, I challenge you all to understand and know that all that we need to do is be able to become that deeper learner, immerse ourselves in the education, and really take it for what it is. Because education reform starts with you. Thank you.